Still water. After everything. I used to move like the building was on fire. Every room a crisis, every choice a wire. Pulled too tight between what I wanted and what I thought I was supposed to want. Given where I came from and what that means in a world that has very specific scenes assigned to people from particular postcodes and very particular unwritten codes. I spent so many years performing okay when the performance cost more than any pay I was receiving for the work of living in a state of constant war without ever giving myself permission to lay the weapons down, because I thought the weapons were the crown, the whole point, the proof of something. I was wrong about that. It took a long time to be wrong about it correctly. Still water runs the deepest, always did. Still water. After the war I lived. Still here. Still water. The therapy wasn't what I thought it was. I thought it was weakness, dressed as because I don't know what to do anymore. I thought it was for people who couldn't take the floor of the ring anymore. I was wrong. It's for people who've been in the ring too long and don't know there was supposed to be a bell that ended the round, but nobody ever told them well. I sat in the room and I named every war I've been fighting, and I realized that half of them I started myself from a place of protection that became the thing I needed protection from. That was the day things started to actually shift. Still water runs the deepest, always did. Still water. After the war I lived. Still here. Still water. I called my son, he's 7. He doesn't know all the wars I fought before he was born, but he knows when I'm present and when I'm not. He knows when the still is real or just a prop. And last Tuesday, he fell asleep on my chest while we were watching something neither of us remember. And I just sat there in the still, and I thought, this is it. This is the whole point, all of it. Every hard thing was so that this moment could exist in peace. And I didn't need to analyze it or understand it or deserve it. I just needed to be there in the still water and let it be good without waiting for the other shoe. Still water runs the deepest, always did. Still water after everything I lived. Still here. Still water. Peace isn't the absence of everything hard. It's what you find when you stop running from it. I found it late, but I found it. Still water. Still water, finally. Finally. Iron Gate. Nobody passes without my word. accident or luck. I built this in the years when nobody gave a fuck about the work or the vision or the name or the plan. I built it in the silence of a self-made man who decided very early that the gatekeepers were wrong about who gets to stand where I'm standing with this song. So when they come with opinions about how I run my house, I look at them and wonder what that's about. Precisely because the house was empty when they found it, before the rent was paid by someone who showed up every day to build a thing that gives them something to say. I earned the gate, every lock on it. Iron gate. I built it brick by brick. Iron gate. You don't get past this. Everything inside was paid for with years nobody saw. Iron gate. Iron gate. No, nobody passes without my word. Protection isn't paranoia, it's pattern recognition. Every person at this level has made the same decision at some point to stop being available to everything that made them valuable before they had the value, and then claim credit for the growth they weren't even present for. Let me be explicit, I owe nothing to the narrative that says success requires being permanently charitable to everyone who shows up after the walls are built and calls the walls by the name of guilt. I protect my time, my energy, my circle, my process, my peace, my family, my work, my resources, my access, my attention, my approval, and my presence from anyone who hasn't demonstrated they respect what those things actually cost to build and maintain. And that's not ego, that's stewardship of something that took everything to create. Iron gate. I built it brick by brick. Iron gate. You don't get past this. Iron gate. Nobody to let anyone in who knocked loudly enough. I used to think that openness was the proof of enough strength to absorb whatever came through the door with a smile and the claim of good intention. And I learned that the loudest knock is rarely the one that earned the access. It's demanding, it's just the most persistent, and persistence is in virtue when you're insisting on entering something that wasn't built for you to be comfortable in or to pass through. So now the gate is iron, and the process is exact, and the people who are inside it know why they're there, and they know what it costs both of us to be this particular kind of trusted. And that relationship between the gate and the people it protects is the most valuable thing I own, more than anything outside the gate. More than any external recognition, more than any number. This, right here, inside the gate, this is why. Iron gate. I built it brick by brick. Iron gate. I built it for this. Everything inside was paid for with years nobody saw. Iron gate. Built it for this. Built it for this. Every scar was a lesson that stayed. Surface, think they see the man, they see the outfit, think they understand what it took to stand here in this particular way, with this particular calm, after this particular decay of everything I built at 23 and 4, before I understood what I was actually building for. Every failure had a lesson written in the blood of what I lost. Every relationship I burned illuminated what it cost to be the person that I was, before I learned to pay the price in full. Before I learned what real respect requires of the self, before anything else. Everything costs something. That's the only law I trust. Dragon skin, dragon skin, dragon skin. Can't skin.
I've been betrayed by people I defended publicly. I've been embarrassed by decisions I made abundantly. Clear or wrong, in hindsight, always comfortable, but at the time felt like the only possible move available to a man who didn't know the difference between loyalty and performing the show of loyalty for people who'd already written the ending of your chapter before it was finished. I came back from every single one of them, a different density, a different thickness, a different understanding of what I will and won't accept. In the list of what I won't got longer, in the list of what I will got more precise, and that is dragon skin, built from damage. That's the only kind that holds.
Dragon skin.
Dragon skin, dragon skin, they can't win.
Dragon skin.
Built from everything that tried to break it.
Dragon skin.
There was a period, I won't give you the year, where I wasn't sure I was gonna make it here. Not in the street sense, in the private sense, the kind of not making it that has no evidence, no visible wound, just the absence of yourself in your own life, like a book put back on the shelf mid-chapter by someone who lost the plot.
I found the plot again.
Page by, showing up every morning to a version of myself that didn't deserve to be shown up for yet, but needed it anyway. And that's the skin I wear now, not the one they see from outside, the one underneath, the one that remembers every page of that chapter and chose to keep writing anyway. That's the dragon skin. That's the only kind that actually means something.
Dragon skin.
Dragon skin, I'm still in.
Dragon skin.
Built from everything that tried to break it.
Dragon skin. They didn't make me stronger, I made myself stronger out of what they did. There's a difference. A crucial difference. Dragon skin.
Everything that tried to break me made this.
Dragon skin. Everything that tried to break me, hey, made this. Dragon skin.
Yeah. In the church of paper gods, everybody's holy till the money runs out. Yeah, we genuflect at the altar of the quarterly report. Pray for the dividend, kneel down at the Forbes list like it's scripture. Recite the net worth of men who inherited everything since birth, like it's an achievement, like money is a sign that God approved your character and blessed your bottom line. The sermon says work harder. The sermon says believe. The sermon never mentions that the board just voted to leave your pension underfunded while they take the bonus home. The sermon says the system works for those who work it, but the sermon's on the phone with the system. Amen though, beautiful service. Paper God. We worship every Sunday morning. Paper God. Thus collection plate is always forming. Give us your labor, we'll give you the dream. Paper gods. I've sat in rooms with men who measure human worth in billable hours and quarterly output since birth of the fiscal year. They speak about people like assets, like liabilities, like footnotes and brackets on a balance sheet where the human cost is externalized and counted as a loss only when the headlines force the hand of men who never planned to give a damn. They name buildings after themselves and call it philanthropy. They take the tax deduction and call it generosity. They fund the university that trains the worker that makes the product that makes the profit and call the whole cycle civilization. Civilization. That's one word for it. Paper gods. We worship every Sunday morning. Paper gods. Collection plate is always full.
Paper gods. Paper gods.
I'm not against ambition, I built my own thing from nothing. So I know what the grind brings, but there's a line between building something real and building it on people who don't get to feel the benefit of what they built with their actual hands. While you get the credit and you get the land, and they get the story about how you were brave. And I think about my grandfather who worked 30 years for a company that folded his pension the week he retired. And I think about the man who made that decision and what he told himself to sleep at night. And I think the paper gods required a sacrifice that year. And it wasn't him, it never is. It's always someone who can't afford a lawyer.
Paper gods.
We worship every Sunday morning.
Paper gods.
The collection plate is human life.
Amen.
I'm not telling you not to want money. Money is real. I'm telling you to notice when you start treating it like it's sacred. When you start sacrificing people for it, that's when you join the congregation. And they never notice when they cross that line. We built the church ourselves.
Paper gods.
We built the church ourselves.
Yeah. It's never one thing. It's always 1,000 small ones. It's the way they clutch the bag when I walk into the store. It's the way they ask to see my ID at the door of the building that I worked in for the past 3 years. It's the way they mispronounce my name, and when it clears up, they still use the version that's easier for them. It's 1,000 little moments that I'm supposed to blend into the furniture. Smile and let it go. It's the accumulation of 1,000 little no indications that I belong here. I'm not talking about the big dramatic moments. I'm talking about the everyday, the performance of inclusion that stops at the office door, where the real decisions get made without me in the room, where someone forgot to send the invitation again, called it an oversight again, and again it accumulates. 1,000 cuts and I'm still standing here. 1,000 cuts and I'm... The exhaustion isn't anger, it's something more specific. It's the energy it costs to translate the implicit message of a room that doesn't expect you into something you can work with, so you don't get chewed up by the friction of existing in a space that was built for someone with a different kind of face and a different kind of name and a different kind of story. And the exhaustion is the daily performance of normalcy in the face of everything that tells you that you're not. I've had to be twice as good to get half as far, and I've done it and I'll keep doing it. But don't ask me to be grateful for the opportunity to do twice the work for half the recognition in the system that was specifically designed before I arrived. It's not paranoia, that's history. 1,000 cuts and I'm still. 1,000 cuts and I'm still. I'm talking to the people who understand the specific kind of tide without me having to explain it. The kind that lives in your shoulders, the kind that makes the commute longer than it is, the kind that has you practicing conversations in the mirror, so when the moment comes your voice doesn't shake, because shaking would confirm what they already decided about you.
I see you.
The ones who translate themselves 100 times a day just to be understood in a language that was never designed to include you fully.
I see you.
And I want you to know that the exhaustion is real, and it's not weakness, and it's not in your head. And the 1,000 cuts are real and you're not imagining them. And the fact that you're still standing after all of them is the most remarkable thing in this entire story. And nobody would give you a trophy for it, but it's true, and I see it.
1,000 cuts and I'm still standing here. 1,000 cuts and I'm still.
This song doesn't have a resolution, because the situation doesn't have one yet. And I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But I see you. That's something.
1,000 cuts, still standing, counting yourself.
Seven days, then they fall. The cherry blossom doesn't negotiate its timing. It doesn't ask permission from the winter for its shining. It just opens when the conditions are exactly right, and it falls exactly 7 days into the light. And that's the whole story. That's the complete arc, from the bud to the pavement, from the daylight to the dark. And I've been thinking about what it means to live the way the blossom lives, without asking what you give back to the tree for the privilege of blooming. I spent so long planning for the future that I've lived the present like a suture, holding together two moments that aren't here yet. The one I came from and the one I haven't met. And the actual moment, the one I'm standing in, has been passing while I've been preparing to begin. That's a specific kind of loss that nobody tells you about.
Cherry blossom season.
7 days and then it's gone.
Cherry blossom season.
And I almost missed it being strong. Almost missed it. My grandfather had a phrase for it. The Japanese have a word I've been sitting with. Mono no aware, the pathos of things, the beauty and the sadness of impermanent springs of everything. The meal you know is ending, the conversation whose last words are pending. The relationship already in its autumn, the version of yourself you've almost forgotten. I've been holding on to versions of myself and versions of situations and versions of relationships that had already reached their 7 days. And instead of letting them fall beautifully, I've been trying to keep them on the branch. And that's not respect, that's fear. Let it fall. That's not giving up. That's understanding the nature of things.
Cherry blossom season.
7 days and then it's gone.
Cherry blossom season.
I'm watching this one while I can. Watching it. There was a dinner 3 weeks ago with people I love, and it ran long and nobody wanted to leave. And it was ordinary and I was present the whole time, which I'm not always. And I drove home after, and I sat in the car for a few minutes just to hold it before it became a memory. Because I understood that that kind of ordinary evening is the whole point of everything I've been working toward. Not the shows, not the recognition, not the numbers that dinner those people. That ordinary Tuesday.
Cherry blossom season.
7 days. I was there for all 7.
Cherry blossom season.
7 days and then it's gone.
Cherry blossom season.
I was there. I was there. The Japanese said, the blossom is beautiful, precisely because it falls, not despite it. And I'm trying to learn to see everything that way. Everything. Even this.
Cherry blossom season.
Cherry blossom season.
Cherry blossom season.
Be here for it all 7 days. All 7 days.
Two worlds, same blood on the money. The suit sign papers, the street sign walls. Different alphabets, same message after all. One man launders millions through a shell corporation. One man moves product through the same generation. Of poverty and pressure that the system helped create, then criminalize when we found our own escape. I'm not glorifying nothing, I'm just telling what I see. When the banker and the dealer both answer to the streets, both got families to feed, both got lines they won't cross, both keep secrets from their wives, and both count up the cost of every choice they make. At 17 and 22, the only difference is the zip code that determine which route through. Funny how that works, isn't it?
Shadow economy.
Runs on the same fuel as yours.
Shadow economy.
Same blood on every note. Same blood. They built the city on invisible backs, redlining neighborhoods, and blamed us for the cracks in the foundation that they lay without our input. Now we're the problem every time they do a roundup. I read the history they don't teach, and I trace the lines between the policy and the poverty in the pipeline and the profit margin on the prison. And I ask myself, who built this and for whom? For whom? That's the question they don't answer at the annual dinner, where the suits shake hands over problems they created.
Shadow economy.
Woo! Runs on the same fuel as yours.
Shadow economy.
Same blood, same blood. My uncle did 12 years for a quarter of what the CFO stole legally and walked out with a cut of the pension fund he raided without consequence. The law works different when you got the common sense to wear a tie to court and know the judge's first name. My uncle wore a hoodie, so they gave him all the blame. I'm not angry anymore, I'm something worse than angry, I'm precise. I know exactly who benefits from the story they keep telling about who the criminals are, and it doesn't look like the people making the laws. So when you see me in the street and you cross to the other side, ask yourself who taught you to be afraid of me, and why that lesson never went the other direction.
Shadow economy.
Woo! Runs on the same fuel as yours.
Shadow economy.
Same blood on every note. Same blood. The crime isn't the dealing, the crime is the desperation that makes it the only viable option for an entire generation. That's the real crime.
Shadow economy.
Woo! Shadow economy. Built on the
same foundation as yours. Remember that. Shadow economy. Built on the same foundation as yours. Remember that? Too cold, same blood. You understand? They don't understand what we built in the dark. Every room we walked in with scars. You don't get to sit at this table by being soft. Every seat at this table was earned at a cost. I don't shake hands with strangers, I observe first. The ones who talk about loyalty the loudest are usually the worst. Offenders when the pressure comes, when the money shifts, when the game changes shape and nobody remembers what they promised. That's why we only fuck with us. Blood cold can't be bought or sold. Blood cold worth more than gold. Two kings, two poles, one rule. Don't break what we built. Blood cold can't be bought or sold. Blood cold worth more than gold. Two kings, two poles, one rule. Don't break what we built. And alley doesn't lie, neither does the rain. When it hits the concrete and washes out the stains of everything that happened before this moment right here. I've been loyal to few people and those few I hold in. Every man that crossed me showed me something I needed to know about who I was dealing with. And I kept receipts, I kept my mouth closed, and I kept building. Because the best revenge is never revenge. It's the life you build after they thought they ended you. Thought they ended you. Blood cold can't be bought or sold. Blood cold worth more than gold. Two kings, two codes, one rule. Don't break what we built. Blood cold can't be bought or sold. Blood cold worth more than gold. Two kings, two codes, one rule. Don't break what we built. I sat across from a man once who offered me everything to give up the one thing that actually meant anything. I looked at him, looked at the number he wrote down, thought about what that number would mean to the people who trusted me. And I pushed the paper back. That this is a pray for everything, except the things that are actually priceless. And some men will never understand the difference between what something costs and what something is worth. And those men that never had a brother in the truest sense of that word. And I feel sorry for them, actually, because the thing they're buying with everything they had is the only thing that was never for sale. Blood cold can't be bought and sold. Blood cold worth more than gold. Two kings, two codes, one rule. Don't break what we built. Blood cold can't be bought and sold. Blood cold worth more than gold. Two kings, two codes, one rule. Don't break what we built. Honor is not a concept, it's a practice. You either do it every day, or you don't do it at all. We do it every day. We do it every day. We do it every day. Blood cold. It's what we are. It's what we are. That's enough.
Yo, the code doesn't care about your feelings about the code. don't say. In certain rooms, there are names you don't mention. Certain afternoons, there are sides you don't pick when the side isn't clear. The moment you disappear, when you're smart enough to fear the consequence of being in the wrong place at the wrong moment with the wrong face of understanding. When you should be confused, the code is how you survive when you got nothing left to lose. I've kept my mouth closed about things that cost me relationships and money and sleep and credibility in rooms where my silence was misread as guilt, because the alternative was breaking something that was never mine to break. Never mine to break. That's the code. You either understand that or you don't. Rule 1. What happens in this room stays in this room. Rule 2. You never volunteer information. Rule 3. Loyalty is not a feeling, it is a practice. Rule 4. If you have to ask, you already broke it. I've seen men break the code for much less than you think. A comfortable life, a government link, a way out that look clean from the surface up. But the ones who sold out always end up stuck in a version of free that costs more than the cage they thought they were leaving for a different stage where the audience is different but the performance is the same, and they play the new part but they never lose the shame. Because the code doesn't disappear when you leave it. It follows you into every room you walk into after it. And you recognize other code carriers immediately, like a frequency you can tune into. And when you meet someone who doesn't carry it, you feel the absence, and you know, you always know. Rule 1. What happens in this room? Rule 2. You never volunteer. Rule 3. Loyalty is not a feeling. Rule 4. You already know. Rule 4. I lost a friendship once over the code, not because I broke it, but because I held to it when holding it cost me something the other person thought I owed them more than the code. And maybe they were right, but the code is the code, whether it's wrong or right. And I've had to live with the choice of which door I walk through, and I walked through the same one, given what I knew at the time, even knowing the cost. Because the code isn't about the specific situation. It's about the kind of man you decide to be before the situation arrives, and stays the kind of man you decided to be after the situation passes. And that consistency is the only thing that's actually worth anything in the long run. Everything else can be taken from you, your money, your reputation, your freedom, but the kind of man you are, when it costs something, that's yours. Nobody takes that. Rule 1, Rule 2, Rule 3, Rule 4. You already know. Rule 4, Rule 1, Rule 2, Rule 3, Rule 4. You already know. I'm not romanticizing the street. I'm documenting a system of ethics that developed in the absence of any system that gave a damn about us. That's the context they always leave out. Woo! Code of silence, silence, silence. Some of us were born into it. Some of us chose it. All of us live with it. Winters. He carried something he never named. Yeah, my father never cried. At least not where I could see. He kept the hurt somewhere between his jaw and his dignity. Worked his hands to something that wasn't quite a fist, but close enough that I spent years trying to decipher what I missed. He came from somewhere where men don't speak the wound. They pass it wrapped in silence from a living room to a room where their sons do the same thing because nobody broke the chain. I'm the first one in my family to say the word pain out loud to another man and mean it. That cost something more than I expected. 40 winters and a man who never said he was cold. 40 winters carrying something that was never
used to think his silence was indifference toward me. Now I understand it was the only language he was given free of charge by men before him who were broken the same way. A lineage of locked jaws stretching back to some gray cold day when someone told the first man in our line that feelings were a weakness, and he believed it every time. Now I'm in therapy every Tuesday, trying to unlearn what 3 generations of men taught me about how to handle what's real. And it's the hardest thing I've ever done and the most necessary. He would have thought it was weakness. I think he would have been wrong. But I understand why he thought it. 40 winters in a man who never said he was cold. 40 winters and I'm finally breaking wood.
Yeah.
He died in the spring, which felt wrong somehow. I always thought he was made of colder months. The frost suited him, the gray suited him, the kind of quiet that winter gives a man who doesn't know how to fill the silence with anything softer than work. I stood at his grave and I talked to him the way I never could when he was here. And I told him about the therapy, and I told him about the crying, and I told him I forgave him for passing me the silence, because I think he was doing the best he could with the tools his father gave him, and his father's father gave him. And somewhere back in the line, there was a man who actually felt it and had no one to tell, so he locked it, and the lock has been in our family ever since, until now. 40 winters in a man who never said he was cold. 40 winters carrying something I'm learning to. I'm breaking the chain, not for me, for whoever comes after me, who shouldn't have to carry what I was given without asking for it. It stops here.